Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome to a money-making guide for fishing. Now, fishing is kind of its own unique little bit of a beast, because there's actually a lot in the skill that can be done, actually. And sometimes it doesn't entirely make a lot of sense as to what the most profitable way might be to go about doing fishing, because sometimes certain fish are higher cost than others. It's mostly, it is primarily dominantly one of those skills, though, that the highest level fish you can cook is generally going to be the best turnout, at least per fish. Now the catch rates are affected by that, so you do want to have as many boosts as you possibly can with, skilling outfits, maybe different type of fishing rods, or your aura, caskets, you name it. As many things that can actually boost your capability, the better. That is actually something that's kind of important to kind of keep in mind when it comes to fishing, at least. But like I said before, though, not all of the high-end fish also make money. Sometimes some of the lower ones, like cod and pike, actually can sell and get a decent penny. Even the cannonball, they can actually make you some decent money. But now, one thing I like to do, especially since I have the capability to do so, is one of the best routes that I like to take as far as XP wise goes, and generally speaking as far as money goes, is this net swarm fishing, which actually takes level 68 fishing to do, because it generally reaches further out in the fishing category than what you can actually fish normally. So I was getting sailfish on my hardcore Ironman account that did not have the appropriate fishing level. Now this is my main account, so obviously he does have the appropriate fishing level for this. However, I am doing, several things here to actually help boost my money capability. So, with this being a gathering skill, of course you want to have Grace of the Elves combined with the Luck of the Dwarves. Always want to be able to get that chance for the Hazelmere Signet. So that's always good. The the one that I just popped up, that chest, is actually the Dwarven Instinct. So it's always kind of nice to get that. Sometimes you get the XP rewards, sometimes you get the money rewards, but it's worthwhile doing. Now, as far as scrimshaws go, I actually do recommend using if you can, the superior casket salvaging scrimshaw. If you can't, I would say using the casket salvaging scrimshaw isn't that bad of an idea either. Because as is, a oak casket can include the following: 10 to 15k uncut, 5 uncut sapphires, 4 uncut emeralds, 3 uncut rubies, 2 uncut diamonds, 1 uncut dragonstone, either the loop or tooth have the key, an emerald necklace, 45 vibrant energy, divine salmon bubble, divine lobster bubble, and the crystal Triskelion fragments. And of course, it goes all the way from oak, teak, to mahogany, which mahogany can get you some pretty good stuff, including the uncut onyx, which, as we all know, sells for a pretty penny. Now, the reason why I say that's pretty good is because, well, that's extra money you could actually tack into, making money off of this. So it's kind of something that I would strongly recommend having with you just in case. Now, otherwise, fishing is kind of cut and dry. You do want to try to go for, the biggest fish possible. Of course, and I'll actually show you, because these are probably some of the top 3 right here. The blue blubberfish, it actually sells for 7k a piece, which is rather shocking, because that actually sells for more than the sailfish. When you really think about it, it definitely sells more than the rocktail. But generally speaking, the best fish you can actually use, you're going to get a better turnout. It's just plain and simple. The most healing you can get, of course, is going to be at the top of the chain. Then you usually have stuff that's like quest related, or even stuff that's fast to catch can actually be extremely profitable. For example, stuff like shrimp can actually be extremely profitable, because you know, some people, like myself especially, I see it as, you know, I want to be able to feed my dinos. And the best way to feed my dinos is going to be a cheap fish. Or my dragons, you know, for my player or farm. So you don't always necessarily want the, you know, most expensive fish for that kind of stuff. So do keep that in mind, guys, that people do want to be able to get the cheaper fishes too. It's just, it's kind of a trial and error as far as, you know, which fishes are actually going to sell for the most. Now, currently, I can say that the cod and pike are actually, well, a little bit on the high list right now, along with the bass. As far as fish that are kind of a waste of money right now, I'd have to say, you know, stuff like lobster, that's usually pretty bad. Swordfish is pretty low. I mean, if these are things that you need to actually get to level up, that's fine. Because tuna and swordfish are decent XP actually overall. But generally speaking, when it comes to at least training your fishing level, you know, I'd come here to the, you know, the swarm net here. It's a good way to get a lot for your money. Especially since you can actually catch stuff higher level than, you know, what you can actually use. It's a good way to do that. Now, my guy, he's 103, so he can catch any fish out there currently. But that's the best way to go about it, is, you know, use your auras, use your skilling outfits, use your skilling tools, you know, such as special fishing rods. Now, I don't have the crystal fishing rod on this account, and I don't have the, of course, the hero item, Tabia's fishing rod. I don't have either of those yet. I should actually get them because they have nice boosts, including, you know, boost to your fishing catch rates. Same with the, you know, the Shark Fury outfit actually boosts your catch rate. So these are things that you want to get, and of course, obviously use. But I will say I do strongly recommend getting a casket, and I'll actually show you why here. So what I'm going to do, I don't know why, but there's a little bit of lag over at that one spot. So I'm going to deposit my fish, and I'm actually going to head over here. Because I actually have a decent amount of stuff I do want to bank here. We're on Chrome my pawns here. I generally just bank all this stuff because constantly getting it anyway, so it's just like, what's the point of, you know, kind of keeping a whole, you know, getting rid of it and then just to get it back. So what I'm going to do here is I have an oak and a teak. We're going to deposit the one teak, just to make sure they don't open up all. So right there, I opened the oak one and I got 5 sapphires. That's not that bad. Now I'll open my teak. Got another 5 sapphires. That's not as great for a teak one, but you know, right there I got 10 uncut sapphires for about 700 piece. So right there, you know, that's actually not that bad. It's about 7k. Just for having something with me and on. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. Now, hopefully overall I end up getting more of a profit. Because to actually buy them from other players is, especially if you get the regular, you know, casket salvaging, it would end up costing more if all you end up keep getting is, you know, sapphires. But if you do have your player report ready, you do have your fletching ready, I would say go ahead and do it, make them. You got to use your ports goods for any of something anyway, so why not use it for something that could actually potentially make you money. But that's actually it for this guide, guys. There's not too much fishing, just try to always find, never actually go for the top tier fish because that's usually the slowest, but I can say if you get to a high enough level, you can actually go to the net swarming area like I am right now, do that fishing because that fishing will actually make you the most money. Reason being is because the catch rate is actually a little bit better than if I were to go catch sailfish, and sailfish actually aren't the best thing to catch because as we even notice here that the blubberfish is actually the best selling. Yes, I could just go catch blubberfish, but blubberfish are kind of a pain to catch while actually trying to catch jellyfish. So that's actually kind of true because they have a stun effect to them. Yeah, guys, that's about it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask down below. And if you have any comments, please feel free to let me know. And it helps not only me, but it helps you guys out as well. It helps the rest of the community. So thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, later, guys.